Good evening, nerds. I'm George here with my co-host Rashawn. How you doing tonight, Rashawn?
Doing all right, man. How about yourself?
Doing all right. What's going on in your world?
Oh man, everything is crazy. Oh man, if we're going to get right into it, I've been playing Gravity Rush lately, and I saw Gravity Rush 2 was intrigued, but I always got to be I always have to go for the first one first. Can't just jump in and play two.
Yep.
So I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll buy part one. Well, it was only on Vita at the time, and it recently just came up as being remastered, so I bought it on the PS4, and I cannot get enough of that game.
Right on.
Just playing with gravity and jumping from one place to another. It's really cool. It's kind of like the Matrix, which
Hi, Cindy. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about that game. I might have to check it out. I saw I think they're both on sale on the PlayStation Holiday Sale right now, so I may have to check it out. But I just picked up a couple games on there myself.
What you got?
Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Colossus. So,
how are those?
I haven't played them yet.
You just picked them up.
Yeah, I have been playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the Switch. That game's a lot of fun. I started Monster Hunter World over the weekend. I like that a lot. I just finished Mutant Year Zero, and my review is up for that now on the ANG website. Go check it out. It's a great game. And if you got Xbox Game Pass, which I don't know if you guys have saw the announcement, the guild was gifted 600 Game Pass codes, so a lot of you'll have it. It's on there right now, so I highly recommend Mutant Year Zero. And just before we started shooting tonight, I finished Moss on the PSVR. So,
after you talked about that game the first time, I really wanted to play that. So how was that? George, you there?
It got. Did my internet cut out?
Yep. I could see you.
I am now. Oh.
I still see you, George.
There we go. Okay. I think it's back now. Sorry, which game are you saying you really wanted to play?
Oh, Moss.
Oh, dude, it's incredible. I think I'm off all next week. I may stream the whole thing start to finish.
Oh, really interesting.
It's like I think a 4 to 6 hour game.
It's not bad.
It's
for a VR game.
It's incredible. I'm so surprised and impressed with it. So
I did look at the.
I've also been watching Frontier with Jason Momoa. I'll send you some of the gameplay footage. I've been watching Frontier with Jason Momoa, watching some football, and I just started watching Jack Ryan yesterday on Amazon Prime. So,
what episode did you get to?
I just finished 5. So.
Okay, no spoilers. I'm still on episode 3.
Right on. What have you been watching?
Oh man, so I watched Into the Spider-Verse, and my review will be up tomorrow for that. That was, yeah, I'll review it and I'll put that on the page tomorrow. But also I went ahead and watched Once Upon a Deadpool with my kids, and went in there thinking it was going to be a PG-13 of Deadpool 1. Was excited to find out it was Deadpool 2. And loved every minute of it. Did not hate one single thing about that movie. So
nice. I still have yet to see either of the Deadpool movies.
Oh, if you get the chance, man.
I'm not really big on watching movies these days. I just don't have time.
Says the guy that
maybe sometime when they're on Netflix or Amazon, I'll check them out.
Gotcha. Oh, did you read anything new, man?
So. No, just been playing games and watching a couple shows. So.
Well, I picked up. I don't know if you've seen the show Netflix or the Netflix show Troll Hunters, but I actually picked up the book for it, and it is completely different. So it's a Guillermo del Toro, property, and night and day. It is insane how different the two are from each other, but wonderfully different. You can actually enjoy both.
I'll have to check it out. It's on Netflix?
It's on Netflix. I think three or four seasons.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit of it. Make note of that. All right, let's get into our main topic tonight.
So
I'm gonna let you take this because this is your area of expertise and not mine.
All right. Well, talking about things that we've been watching, I'm a huge CW DC nerd, and I got away from Arrow for a bit because it was getting shady and absolutely dumb.
I think I watched the first 4 seasons.
That's where I jumped off 4 seasons, and then got to the crossovers, and I was brought back in.
I think the last season I saw was with I can't remember his name, but he was in Band of Brothers, and he's in Star Trek First Contact, Lieutenant Hawk, and he was in Minority Report. The blonde guy. He was Damien Dark in Arrow.
Oh, okay, yeah. Dum Dum Dugan in Captain America.
Was he?
Oh yeah.
Huh.
I love that.
Anyways.
But okay, so recently the CW had their annual crossover event, and this one was Elseworlds.
Okay.
And the big bad of it all was the Monitor, and pretty much he was going through different Earths and testing them. So it started off with the Flash, then they did Arrow, then they did Supergirl to go ahead and round it all about. But the biggest takeaways from this were pretty much the introduction of new characters and the fact that they have a multiverse within the CW TV show. So if you watch the very first one, I know it's crazy, but so if you watch the very first one, the very first 2 minutes, you just see a slew of heroes just laid out. And one of the ones that caught me off guard was Hawkman and Arrow, or Green Arrow, from the Smallville series.
Mm-hmm.
And then they showed John Wesley Shipp, Flash, the Flash from the 90s. And come to find out they're all in the same universe. So a little trippy, having a Smallville hero make an appearance in Earth 90. But anyways, Flash runs away. Flash runs away, and the whole battle starts pretty much. The Monitor goes to the next universe, and I don't know, he's a good character. I kind of like what they did with him. They didn't change him too much from the comics. He was actually pretty dead on. I forgot what the actor's name was that played him, but just he did such an amazing job. And to change the whole, okay, let me start with this part. So the entire huge piece of this, this 3-part crossover was that both Barry and Oliver switched places. So physically they were the same people, but to everybody else, they were the other person. So
Oliver Queen was the Flash?
Oliver Queen was the Flash, and Barry Allen was the Arrow.
Okay.
So it was it was really it was funny to see Oliver in the Flash suit because he does not have the body for it. Like,
it's a bit bulkier.
Right, and it just makes him look really weird and lanky. And however, Grant Gustin playing the Arrow actually looked pretty cool. I was kind of taken back by him.
But now, is this based on a comic arc that DC ever ran, or is it completely independent of the comic books and something for the shows only?
Well, okay, so Elseworlds themselves, yes, they're comics. So
Okay.
they have plenty of different ones. They have like Speeding Bullet, Red Sun. Red Sun is where Superman, instead of landing in Kansas, lands in Soviet Russia.
Yeah.
Love that. My favorite Superman story ever.
Yep.
And then So Elseworlds is, it's basically where anything can happen.
Okay. Okay. So it's not like a Marvel Secret Invasion where it's a massive story arc or House of M that encompasses all the comics that they make. It's isolated runs of comics.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Isolated runs of comics, and then they can be expanded upon later or whatnot. But yeah, so it could be both. Like I said, Elseworlds is a comic, but it's not. But this series wasn't based on any comics, so it kind of just gave it that comic feel.
Okay.
The biggest takeaway from this entire arc, two of them. There were, the two biggest takeaways. One, Batwoman.
Yep. I read about her a couple months ago.
That she coming on, and she was actually pretty cool. I mean, her whole looking into the camera, head down, doing the whole, the Batman walk. I didn't care for that too much, but she was an interesting character other than that. And
we'll come back to Batman in a couple minutes, but keep going. Sorry.
No, it's all good. I mean, the introduction of a lot of the Bat villains were in there. They had Psycho Pirate, which isn't really a Bat villain, but that actually alludes to my second big takeaway of the entire thing. You had Mr. Freeze's wife was in there.
Okay.
Yeah, they showed
before so the big show.
Right. they showed that part actually irritated me that they did that they had her in there. But
right on.
They had so many other people. But the second and biggest takeaway.
Go ahead.
I was just saying the second and biggest takeaway from the whole thing was that it ended up saying Crisis on Infinite Earths is going to happen next year. Which.
Well, that means the shows are being continued for another season.
Yeah.
But how did Supergirl play into this?
So Supergirl's on a completely different Earth. I think Earth 39, and in her Earth, she basically ended up getting to Earth after Superman. So she's still, she's still young. Superman's like in his 30s at this point.
Okay.
So before last year, they did another crossover, and since the CW picked up Supergirl, both Oliver and Barry went to her Earth. Or they went to her. She went to their Earth, and they all met. Basically, it was a world's finest team up. You have the Flash, Green Arrow, and Supergirl.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how she came in, is needing to know. Well, Barry and Oliver needing to know that it didn't span universes, whatever happened to them. So they went to her Earth to make sure that she knew who they were. And of course she did. She was able to come back and help solve the mystery, along with Superman, by the way, which was played by Tyler Hoechlin. And I did not think that was going to work out, and it ended up I really like him as Superman.
Well, now, has he played? I'm not familiar with him. Did he ever play Superman before?
He played it in the first season of Supergirl, and I think in the second season.
Okay.
Yeah, other things he played in were like Seventh Heaven and Teen Wolf. So
now, is that DC? Was that Legends of Tomorrow? Was that the name of the show? Is that still on?
It's still on, but it's taking a completely different turn. It's like I don't even know how to say it nice. It's like a fantasy nerd camp, Dungeons and Dragons show this season. Which, nothing bad about that. It wasn't what I was expecting at all, like thinking about comic books. And I'm sure it's actually make a lot of people happy.
I tried watching that. I couldn't get into it. None of the characters really caught me. Like they didn't really do much for me, so I never kept watching it.
Second season was really good. The end of the first season was, the last 3 episodes of the first season, really good. Second season was good. Third season,
I think I only watched the first 3 episodes, and I said, "All right, I've had enough."
Oh man.
So interesting. So.
Oh. Did I lose your mic? Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
The Elseworlds, is it one episode for each show, or is it going to be going on for a couple weeks?
So it was one episode for each show. It was basically last week, and that was it. And then next year they'll have the crossover event again, and it will be Crisis on Infinite Earths now.
Okay.
But
okay.
The big takeaway from that, though. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say the big takeaway from that is, if you're a big DC nerd, you know that that's where they killed Supergirl, and Barry Allen disappeared into the Speed Force for like 30, almost 40 years. Like, they just recently brought him back. So it's like, wait a minute, you're going to go into Crisis on Infinite Earths, and how can you not have the payoff? I think what they're going to do is they're going to kill Oliver.
Yeah,
I do.
The show may have run its course. It's got to be on season 6 now.
Yeah,
probably?
I think so. Season 6, season 7.
Wow, that's quite a while. Now, sticking with the DC TV shows, and I said we're gonna come back to Batman. You know, there's this DC streaming channel, and they got the Titans show, and I wasn't really that interested in it. Maybe if it had been Nightwing instead of Robin. I mean, I know it's the same guy. You know, Robin became Nightwing, but they showed the teaser for the finale, and Batman's in it, and he's gone off the rails. And I think I'm gonna have to subscribe to it once that airs and just binge watch the whole season, because it looks awesome.
That trailer was pretty amazing.
I'm hoping it's not the case of where the trailers got all the highlights of the show or the movie in it. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna have to subscribe to it. Have you watched any of it yet?
I have not, and it's only because the whole move and everything. Because I bought the app 3 weeks ago. I haven't even looked at it.
Gotcha. Alex, can you hear us now? He said in the chat that we lost audio. Can anyone hear us? If you can, please comment, so we know we're okay. All right, so see, Rashawn, you said you paid for it. You just haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like I do that a lot. I got like Justified seasons 1 through. Still haven't taken them out of the package. 3 years ago. Too much stuff going on.
Yeah. That's why I stopped buying stuff and I wait till it's on Netflix or Amazon.
Probably save some money doing that.
But I'll watch Star Trek every night, so.
Wow.
Now, how many episodes is that Titans? It's only 6 or 7, isn't it? It's not very long.
I think it's 8.
8? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to check that out, because the fact that they got Batman on there, I don't even know who's playing him. I haven't looked it up. I mean, and I wonder, is he gonna have any dialogue? Is he only be there for 30 seconds? You know, is the big fight gonna take place in this episode, or is it gonna be they get to the room where they're gonna fight, and that's how next season begins, and that's how they're gonna get people to come back?
I see that, and I really hope they don't dupe the audience. I really hope it's not like, oh, it's not Batman. It's, it's Jason Todd, because they showed him in the trailer, and he was in a wheelchair.
Okay.
He can sit in a wheelchair all he wants,
Yeah.
He could have taken the mantle for all we know, because as everybody that's a Batman fan knows that he's the Red Hood and he kills people, so why not?
Yeah.
I just hope they don't do that to everybody. That'll really upset me.
And Jason Todd is the second Robin, correct? It was Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, and then Damian Wayne.
Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim. Oh my gosh, forgot Tim's name. Tim Drake. Yep. And then Damian.
So I thought there'd only been 3 Robins. I didn't realize there had been 4.
he came around in the 90s. He's pretty much the best detective out of all of them.
Okay. But it's Dick Grayson that becomes Nightwing, correct?
Yep. If he doesn't have a mullet next season, I'm going to lose it.
Gotta have the mullet.
That's right. Not my Nightwing.
So, with these DC shows, are there any that you hope they're going to start up or maybe add to the cinematic universe?
Yes. So, like I said earlier, I thought Tyler Hoechlin was a great Superman. I really, after they did the Smallville homage in that episode, I really, really, really hope that they make a new Smallville type spinoff using him as Superman, because it would be everything I've ever wanted. Like in life, I could die after that and I'd be fine.
I saw the first season of Smallville and I liked it, but I never got around to watching anymore because again, I don't want to go buying seasons of DVDs or Blu-ray. I just want to be able to stream them and just binge them.
Yeah, Smallville's a hard one to find. I think it's on Amazon. I'll have to look.
Check. I wouldn't be surprised if they start adding stuff like that to the DC streaming as well.
I heard they did add the old Wonder Woman and Flash, the 90s Flash to it.
Okay. I remember watching that as a kid with my parents. That didn't last very long, though, I don't think.
I think it was like 20...
Was it even a full season?
I think it was like 20-some episodes.
Okay. Huh.
I'll have to look back at that and find out, though.
Yeah, I've heard they're remaking The Watchmen into a mini series. That'll be interesting. That's a DC. I almost wish they would make a proper Batman TV series. I tried watching Gotham, but Gotham without Batman is like watching a football game with no quarterback. Yeah. Hey Daniel, how you doing?
Well, supposedly he's going to be in the last season, so let's hope.
As Batman, though, or as Bruce?
As Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, the last trailer I saw was it said the Bat's in town, and Bane was like basically crumbling Gotham. So, or crippling Gotham, excuse me.
Daniel, I'll have to check that on Hulu. If it is, then I might have found my next show. I'm kind of over Bane. Like, it's been overdone. But, same thing with the Joker. While I am interested to see Joaquin Phoenix play Joker, I would really like to see if they make another Batman movie, a different villain. He's got so many to draw from.
Oh, yeah.
You never had in the... Was it No, Christopher Nolan. You never had the Riddler. I really would have liked the Riddler.
Oh, right. In his universe, it would have probably been amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, I remember there was some speculation that Anthony Michael Hall was going to be him. Because I think in one of the movies, his name was like Enigma. Edward Nigma is the Riddler. I could be mistaken. It's one of those things I saw on the internet, what that can lead to. But yeah, I really wish they would have done Riddler. I liked Danny DeVito in the original Michael Keaton ones as Penguin. I thought Penguin would have been a good one. I don't really care for him in Gotham.
Yeah. He's taken that character to a whole different level.
Yeah, I really wish they would stay away from Joker and Bane for a while with Batman and let's see some Hush or
right.
The Calendar Man, someone else.
Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, but
Maxie Zeus.
But you had him in Batman Begins, and then also in Arrow. So
that's right.
That character, I think, is another one that is a bit tired, and we could take a break from.
What about Maxie Zeus?
I don't know that one.
You have to look into Maxie Zeus. Or Prometheus even.
Or Solomon Grundy, Born on a Monday.
Solomon Grundy. Oh, didn't they put him in I think he's in Gotham.
Is he? He might be.
I think so.
Like I said, I couldn't get into Gotham, and it's been going on for, I think, like 8 seasons now or something like that.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
It's been going on for a while.
It's like Smallville with no Superman, except not as good.
Anyways, let's move on. We've got our Game of the Year winners. First up, we've got the PC Game of the Year. This is We Happy Few. Have you seen We Happy Few?
I've seen the trailers.
Okay. That was voted by you, the Alpha Nerds Guild, as the PC Game of the Year. I haven't played it yet. I've got my eye on it because it is on console. It's really like creepy, you know. So from what I understand of it, you play as this person in this this. I don't know if it's a locked-in village, but everyone's on these happy pills that make them happy. And like if you don't take them and other people don't take them, things start to go out of control. It looks really interesting. You know, you've got your British cops with the bobby hat, and is that what they call that?
I believe so. Yeah, they call them the bobbies. So,
yes, Daniel, Enigma wasn't Batman Forever, but I'm talking about like bringing him back and doing it as a more serious character, not as the goofy Jim Carrey one. Joe, Red Dead is not on PC, so this is the PC Game of the Year. So, Red Dead Redemption 2 is not eligible for PC Game of the Year because it's not on there. Back to We Happy Few. You know, the atmosphere of the game is really creepy, and it's really interesting. I believe it's, for the most part, procedurally generated. I'm kind of 50-50 on procedurally generated games. You know, where each time the map is different.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And I think depending on the game, it can go well. Moonlighter used it, which I wrote a review on a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. And I think they used it well because it was much more limited. But some of them, it can just be too much because you keep dying over and over again. And every time it's something new, and you can't learn tricks on how to get past a certain point if it's constantly changing
up all the time.
But yeah, that's We Happy Few is one I've got my eye on. I've talked to a couple people that have played it, and they really liked it. You know, there really weren't a lot of PC exclusive games coming out this year, so I mean, I'm sure there were on Steam, but that was the one we decided one of the nominations, and then everyone voted upon from what we nominated. So yeah, PC Game of the Year, We Happy Few. Next up, we've got the Nintendo Switch Game of the Year. Do you want to take this one? You want to start it off?
Man. So out of everything, out of the entire year, one game comes in and just obliterates the competition. Like, I don't even understand how that happens. But Smash Brothers came in and it literally took all of my attention away from every other game.
Yeah, the game's a lot of fun. I'm relatively new to the franchise. I think I played an hour of Brawl. Was that the one on Wii? Or is that Melee? It was Brawl.
Melee, I think. It's one of the.
Well, the one on Wii, and I didn't like the motion controls. And I played a little bit of the one on the 3DS, and that was okay. But it's so hard to see on that little screen. Yeah, I'm really digging it. Have you unlocked Simon Belmont yet?
I have not.
He's slow, but he hits like a freight train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a heavy hitter.
Yeah. And he's got his up special is an uppercut that forget about it. You know, he's got good range with that chain whip. This game it's got everything a Smash fan could want. I mean, literally every character that's ever been in Smash is in there. All the playable characters. I couldn't believe that they managed to get the license, you know, the rights back to put in guys like Cloud, Snake.
Yep.
You know, they got Bayonetta in there. There's so many characters. I think it's 74 at launch. The number of maps. Have you gone through the map selector yet?
It's too much.
Yeah, and I'm always like moving around. Like, wait, where's this one from? And you look at the little icon, you're like, oh, I don't know what is that? Then you look it up, you're like, oh, it's Fire Emblem, or
One of those games I haven't played yet because I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to do it though.
Yeah. Yeah, they really, they didn't pull any punches, no pun intended, with this. It's a phenomenal game.
What, didn't they? It's like all 11 Mega Mans. Like,
pretty much.
It's ridiculous.
Yes, Daniel, it is amazing. And it's not just the maps and the characters they had, the soundtrack too. So many, like, have you done the Castlevania map yet?
Nope, I haven't.
I want to say there's something like 15 songs from Castlevania that are on there that have all been remastered. I mean, this is really like, it's the gaming community coming together to celebrate video games. And that's what I really like. And that's what made this game special for me. Because it's not just Nintendo. You're going to have a Persona 5 character. You've got Sega with Sonic and Bayonetta. Capcom's got Ken Ryu and who's the other one they got? Mega Man. Yep. You got Konami with Snake from Metal Gear and the Belmonts. I mean, who else? Captain Falcon is from. No, he's from F-Zero. I think I could be mistaken. Yeah. It's like everyone's coming together to support it, and that's awesome. That you don't often see that with competitors, and that's I mean, I'm not saying Capcom and Konami are necessarily competitors with Nintendo, because Nintendo is a hardware and software developer. But Konami and Capcom are competitors with each other, and the fact that they agreed to allow their character to be back in there, and you got Square Enix allowing a character. I said, I'm still new to the series. I'm having trouble with some of the fights. But the fact that it's Kirby's the one that survived, and he has to bring everyone back, like this pink cream puff, that will inhale anything and everything, is the savior of the Smash world, is awesome.
It makes sense.
The most unassuming character, and for once it's not Mario or Link is this, the hero. So I thought that was awesome. I really liked they brought the Inklings in. I'm a big fan of Splatoon.
Still haven't played it.
Oh man, you are missing out. That game is so much fun. It's just got. Anyways, we'll save that for another time. We're talking about Smash Brothers. Yeah, it's just. Smash Brothers is great. It really is. And have you played online yet?
No.
We're gonna have to get together, some of us, and do some online brawling one of these nights, maybe on a weekend. Daniel and I played a couple matches together. He put the hurt on me because I'm still new. I'm slowly unlocking my characters. I think I've got maybe like 20 unlocked so far. Maybe. But,
not bad.
Yeah, and it's a game you can play couch co-op. You can play online. It's just so much fun.
Honestly, can't wait to continue playing it.
Yeah. I'll probably play a little bit tonight.
Oh,
not gonna lie, I will probably play a little tonight. All right, so that's it for our Nintendo Game of the Year. Next week, we're going to cover our overall Game of the Year, so stay tuned for that. All right, moving on. We've got our video game news, upcoming games. Are there any games coming out you want to talk about?
You know what? Devil May Cry 5.
Right on.
Oh my gosh. So, I
think the demo is on Xbox right now.
Is Xbox it really?
Only. I think so, and it's a limited time demo. So, and I want to say it comes down in about a week. So, I think once you download it, it's fine, but it's only going to be available for a limited time. So, I would claim it if you can, if you haven't.
Yep, that's what I'll be doing after this.
Sorry. Continue. Go ahead and continue.
I was going to say I've enjoyed every single one of those games. I'm a huge story builder guy. I absolutely love character progressions through story. So if I can get a part 7 of something, I want it. Fast and the Furious, I love it. Come on, I want 20 more. But but the whole Devil May Cry, it amazes me with how even after the weird reboot, they went ahead and just decided, we'll go ahead and do a 5 anyways. And I want to see how they're gonna have everybody interact, because right now all the trailers online just look amazing, and all the screenshots I see. So
no, this one has Dante and the other guy in it, right?
Yep.
What's the other guy's name?
Nero.
Nero, yeah. Is there a third one?
There wasn't there. See,
I played a little bit of one on the 360, and I'm not really big onto the button mashers like that, so it never held my interest.
I think, please somebody go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong. I think Nero was the one on 360. Let me see. I'm pretty sure he was, but Devil May Cry, the definitive edition. No, it's gonna kill me. I'll figure it out after this. But everything about it, I think there are 3 of them. There has to be. Yeah, because
I remember seeing the key art for it, and I thought there were three characters on there.
Because they had what was it, Tiffany?
That might be the one I was thinking of.
Nero, Dante. There's another one. I believe there's another guy. I can't remember his name right now. Anyways, so the art looks amazing on it. Everything they've shown so far, I'm going to buy the deluxe edition only because I have to.
Speaking of deluxe editions, one of the games coming out next month that I'm really excited for, I thought I was going to try and pre-order the deluxe edition, but I got to the party too late. That's the Resident Evil 2 remake. It looks awesome. I've heard a little bit. I was listening to an IGN podcast, and I think it was Sam Claiborne got to play it for about 6 hours, and it's not only is it, I think it's now first person or third person, but they got rid of the tank controls. Not only has that changed, he said that if you drop a zombie and you stab him with your knife to kill him, you have to then search for the knife. So things like that. It's going to be interesting what other changes they made. But I'm all in day one. That's not even a question. That game, it's one of my probably 3 most anticipated games of next year.
Did you play it when it first came out?
Oh yeah. Was it 97? I think. Yeah. I only played through it with Leon because I borrowed it from a friend and he wanted it back, so I couldn't play through the whole thing. But I'm excited to.
Oh man, the part where you're going through the police station and the first zombie comes through the window.
Yeah.
I think I was 17, and you would have thought that I was an 8-year-old girl. I screamed so hard and so loud. Oh my gosh. I love that game so much. Can't wait for that to come out. I'm looking forward to it as well.
Lucia. Virgil and Lucia are the ones from Devil May Cry. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm really excited for Resident Evil 2. And then in February we got Anthem. There's a lot of news coming out about that. I'm pretty stoked for that. It looks cool. I think I'm gonna get it. I did not get into the alpha. Maybe I can get into the beta and make my decision from there. I'm trying to shy away from the games as a service, just because there's so much going on and so many other games to play. But Anthem looks cool. The one that I'm really excited for, though, and that's so on my top 3, you've got Resident Evil, Left Alive, which is going to be a PS4 and PC game.
Oh.
And that features let's say it's the director from the Armored Core series and the model designer from the Metal Gear series. And there's, if you look on the ANG webpage, about a week or 2 ago, I posted some gameplay footage. They finally came out with a gameplay trailer. It's going to be a third-person shooter. Looks awesome. It's got mechs. It takes place in the not-too-distant future. And there's, like, from what I can tell from the maps, there's mega states. And, yeah, it looks pretty cool. And then Marvel Ultimate Alliance is my other big one for next year that's confirmed. On the Switch. I can't wait. I'm not normally not into beat 'em ups, but I loved 1 and 2. And, I'm sure this one's going to have Amiibo. It's going to be awesome. Just running around and just using Spider-Man to grab Hulk with his webs and spin him around, knock guys out. Oh, forget about it.
I'm super hopeful for that one because I loved it. I actually went and bought 1 again the other day.
Yeah.
And, like, after we talked about part 3 coming out, I was like, I'm gonna go buy part 1 again and get another 360 just so I can play it again.
I think it's backwards compatible.
Are you kidding me?
I think it is. I know 2 is on the Xbox One.
If 1 is backwards compatible, then I will be playing that tonight. After I go ahead and download.
I think it is. Can someone check on that for us, please? Yeah, those games are so much fun.
Oh yeah,
so much fun.
So Devil May Cry download tonight, and then immediately play Ultimate Alliance.
Yeah, I might have to get that too. I'll check on the Microsoft Store. I don't know, what other games coming out are you excited about? There really hasn't been a lot of news lately. Studios are shutting down for the holiday season.
Yeah, I mean, still that Walking Dead one coming to console, but
that's who made that? I know, I forget the name of the developer, but it's published by, was it Starbreeze, which is the Swedish company that just got their offices raided for insider trading.
No, don't tell me this.
Yeah.
Overkill?
Yeah, Overkill. I think it was Starbreeze that just got their offices raided.
Oh goodness. Nothing better stop this game from coming to console.
Yep. Person arrested following Starbreeze office raid 12 days ago from Eurogamer. Yeah, it was the Swedish office got stormed for insider trading. So hopefully it still makes its way to console. I don't know what's going on with that, but that's never a good sign.
Every time I see it, it got pushed back February 5th. So it's supposed to be out the second week of January. Now it's February 5th. And
okay. Honestly, with the amount of games coming out in January, or really January through March, I would push anything back to April. I mean, in February you've got Anthem, Metro, Crackdown. I think those are all on the same day, on the 15th. Like 1 or 2 other games. Resident Evil's coming out the 29th of January.
Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts, I think, is coming out that day as well. Division 2 coming out in March. I mean, it's a packed first quarter.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So for a game like Overkill's The Walking Dead, it may make sense to push it back to like May even. May or June.
Oh. I have to work on getting my PC back up because I can't do it.
What else is coming out next year that's got you excited?
Video game wise?
Any movies? Avengers?
Oh, Avengers, Captain Marvel.
Spider-Man, Far From Home.
That killed me. Like, is that coming out before or after Avengers?
I think after.
I hope so, because
I think it's coming out in July. I could be mistaken.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, I could do that. Wonder Woman 2? Oh, wait, that got pushed back to 2020, I think.
No Marvel Ultimate Alliance backwards compatibility, Daniel says. Thanks, Daniel.
Oh. Well, Devil May Cry 5 it is.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Far From Home. I'm a big Spider-Man fan.
I am too. I'm just. Did you watch Into the Spider-Verse yet?
No. Hopefully next week.
I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Like, okay, that's the only tattoo I have on my body.
Right on. I like it.
Huge Spider-Man fan. Into the Spider-Verse has been the absolute best Spider-Man anything ever. Which...
Well, you haven't played the PS4 game yet.
Oh, that's also true.
I've heard Into the Spider-Verse is good. You know, I really wish, speaking of Spider-Man movies, I would love to see a Spider-Man 2099 movie. I really would.
I would as well. Go watch Into the Spider-Verse so I can talk to you about it.
Like I said, hopefully next week. I'm off all next week, so that's my time to do stuff.
Well, if you do that, then we can talk about certain sequences that I've not got to talk to anybody about.
All right. All right.
Man.
All right. Well, we got some upcoming ANG events. As always, Hugo and Josh, that's Mike Webb and Josh Van Cleek host the Friday night recap, the Friday recap, where they recap everything that went on during the week. They interview different members of the guild. So keep an eye out for that. That's Friday evenings. I want to say at 8:30 they start up, maybe 8 o'clock Eastern time. Immediately after that, they have the Free For All Fridays, and we're looking to expand that to consoles. So if anyone's got any ideas on that and what console games to expand that to and how to go about doing it, let us know. Next year, we're going to have a Black Ops 4 tournament. So keep an eye out for that. We'll post more messages and we'll announce it here on the podcast as that's solidified. And then the streamer of the month is, I'm going to butcher this, I'm sure, Katarian. I don't know his actual name, but he's the streamer of the month, Katarian. So check him out on Twitch. Yeah, that's all I got. Is there anything else you want to cover?
Bumblebee and Aquaman tomorrow.
Both of them to come out tomorrow?
Friday, yes. I'm pretty sure Bumblebee's going to get smashed.
Yeah, everything I've heard about Aquaman is it's awesome. It looks awesome.
300 million already.
Really?
Yep. It's
not even fully released yet, is it?
Nope, not even in the US yet, and it's already at 300 million.
I'm a big fan of Jason Momoa. He's in that show Frontier I've been watching.
I would love Samoa of Jason Momoa. He's good in everything, man. I got a huge guy crush on that guy. I don't care.
No, he's the guy that he played Conan, right? When they rebooted that.
Conan, Khal Drogo, Stargate Atlantis.
He was in Stargate Atlantis?
Oh yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh, I think he's the only good part of that show, and I think it takes till like season 7 or something to get to him.
Believe it or not, as much as I love Star Trek and I like comic books, but your traditional sci-fi like space opera type stuff, I'm not really into.
Stargate is it's a love-hate.
Yeah.
It's not like Battlestar Galactica where everybody could like it.
Yeah, I remember the movie was it James Spader from '96 or something like that. And I thought it was okay, but then they came out with a show and I was just like, really? Anyways, Aquaman's, man, I might have to go to the movies twice next week.
Back to back, man. Back to back.
Spider-Man and Aquaman. I could probably do that. I'll have to check the movie listings for next week, maybe next Thursday. So, all right. Well, if you don't got anything else, I'm all set for tonight.
Well, I am. Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right. Well, everyone have a good night. And talk to you later. Live long and prosper.